Yeoville resident of 30 years and call center worker Rookshana Visagie is no stranger to the many churches in Yeoville. Having converted from Islam to Christianity through marriage and since being baptized in the Greek Orthodox Church, she has been in search for a place of worship for the past 22 years.
I've attended a lot of churches, in Yeoville and around Johannesburg. They look at your pocket, a lot of churches, and it just makes you feel so uncomfortable going to that church. So that's why the reason I just change all the time.
I run to church. I don't trust them churches. We have to contribute our own monies from our own pockets. Like if they say if you're earning like about 3,000, you have to take out 1.5 to donate to the churches. So they're making business out of us, you see, instead of praying.
I attend Faithful Liberation Assembly. We've had one or two instances of pastors, who are embezzling funds, and people seem to see it as a business nowadays, so it's hard for them to really trust the church.
Wits researcher Simbarashi Nyuki validates these claims by residents.
People have got different perceptions of the new Pentecostal churches, but for some of the local people, these churches are sort of like hubs for some people who are making a lot of money out of poor people. Yeah, most of the churches in Johannesburg are sort of run by migrant pastors, especially from West Africa. So they sort of return some of the monies to the mother churches for them to survive. So they say if you pay, then God is going to protect you, or you are going to get delivered, you're going to get healed, you're going to get employed.
Pastor at the New Cornerstone Church in Yeoville, Joe Muthi, gives his stance on the perspectives of Yeoville residents that churches are money-making businesses.
So the perception is indeed that most churches, the reason why they exist is to enrich the pastors or the guys who work for the church, rather than the opposite, which should be true, where we're enriching the people rather than the actual individuals. However, pastors do need to live, and it is a biblical term or biblical truth that we ought to tithe to the church. Okay, so God sets a standard not as a law. However, people with a ugly nature, we want to become rich quickly. From this venture here in Yeoville, I don't earn any money from here. The church, if they want to bless me by giving me any donations, by all means, they're welcome to do that, but I don't demand that. I do this as a voluntary service. I've
been attending Cornerstone now for about 5 months. 5 months is not a long time, but since I've been coming here, I've been feeling, the warmth of these people here. We're like a family here. You give what you can afford. It's all basically up to you. You don't get told to give a certain amount. Unlike I went to Universal Church where they say to you, you have to give 50 Rand and above. You have to give 50 Rand and above. I give here, I contribute at the amount I want to contribute. So I'm happy with that. My life has changed a lot. I've been prosperous at work, and my husband also recently got a job. So since I've been coming to Cornerstone, a lot of things have changed.